Cool. Hello everyone, my name is Ash, and today I am coming at you live from the comfort of the office to bring you more Neopets Puzzle Adventure, Part 4. Where we last left off, we're in the desert. And, fart jump scare. Yeah. Hi! Where we last left off, we're in the desert. We had to flee Shenku. So we're a roaming traveler. These people in Shenku we happened to stumble upon. They all wanted help from us with different favors. It turns out that they all are members of the Drake's Gaze. Just coincidentally, I guess the entire town is part of the Drake's Gaze, which is a flying airship. These rock monsters started to fall from the sky, along with a meteor. We found out that this old loop man had an amulet, and once he found that amulet, all this started happening. He freaked out. He gave it to me. I didn't want it, but he's like, well, it's yours now. So now I'm with the cursed amulet. We decide to flee Shenku, evacuate the city and all that. And then we had to do a crash landing in the Lost Desert. Hello everyone. Hello Sasha. Hello Chroma. I already said hi to Bree. It's actually 4:22 for me. You know what they say? It's always 4:20 somewhere. I don't smoke. But yeah, so we crash landed in the Lost Desert. We're trying to repair the gaze, and we're also trying to figure out what's going on with this amulet that this guy pawned off on me so that we can stop the rock monsters that are attacking absolutely everything. That's basically the gist of the story. And now it's really starting to heat up. We will spend a lot of time in the Lost Desert. Shenku was basically like a really long-ass tutorial. Sorry for missing the stream yesterday. I know that I was already running late, and then I just announced that it wasn't going to happen, but I'm glad that people were able to make time today, because I didn't know if people were going to be able to. Next week's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a birthday stream, because my birthday is on next Saturday. Yes, that was the idea. I was hoping to get the Lego Mario video out as an apology. If you haven't seen it yet, last night I dropped another vlog of me playing with the Lego Mario starter pack. Yeah, it's awesome to have you here. I don't play with Legos very much, so it's interesting to see me try and figure out how to put things together, and I was determined not to read any instructions, so. I also realized that I kind of stare into the abyss a lot when I was watching that video, because there were a couple of times that I just started staring, and I cut it down. There was actually one I missed. But, like, there were parts of the video where I just started staring and saying nothing for, like, 45 full seconds, and I'm like, what's going on in that brain of mine? I cannot put myself back in that moment and figure out what's happening. I would just be like, yeah, so I have a Goomba here. Next, I'm gonna, like... It's like, what's going on? Why did that happen? What? Okay. You take your time, Rocky. You go when you feel like it. Yeah. So I cut most of those little moments out. And there was a little bit of, one thing I learned using the tripod, which I had never filmed up in my room with the tripod before, but, there were some people watching a movie downstairs, and there were a couple brief times. I cut most of it out, or quieted most of it. There were a couple brief times when there were some vibrations coming through the tripod into my microphone from the movie. So I'll just be more careful about when I'm filming or where. Maybe I'll film in the kitchen where that wouldn't happen, things like that. But if you hear a little bit of like weird rumbling, it's not thunder in your house. I actually thought it was raining when I was going through the video, Like, I thought it was raining in real time when I was editing the video, because the rumbling was like, I was like, what is that? Is that the wind outside? And then I realized it was coming from my headphones. But yeah, so that's something that you can watch. But next week, on Friday, because my birthday is on Saturday, and on Saturday I'm going to be busy doing things with my family. I'm going to be playing Fall Guys. I'm going to be inviting people to join me, so all you have to do is be a friend with me on Steam and own Fall Guys, and then if you want to jump in, you can. I'll open up a voice channel on the Discord like I did with the Garfield cart, so you can jump into that too if you want. You don't have to. It's all up to you. If you just want to come and watch, that's fine. If you want to play, that's fine. If you want to be on mic, that's fine. If not, it'll just be me and I'll be having a great time. So we're going to play Fall Guys. The second half of the stream, it's going to be kind of a long stream. We're going to be playing what is called Slay the Streamer. There's a game called Slay the Spire, which is a roguelike deck builder turn-based combat game, procedurally generated, all that kind of fun stuff. It's very fun. I've been obsessed with it on Switch. I actually have clocked like 150 hours now on that game, and I've only owned it for like 2 months, so that's concerning. But I just recently beat it after 214 deaths. That's the exact amount of deaths it took me to beat it. I beat it the first time, and then I just beat it again last night after 5 more deaths with a different character. I really got into the rhythm with it, and now I'm trying out the Ascension mode, which is basically the same exact game, but like slightly harder, and it has different levels. But we're going to play that on the computer, and there's a mod for the computer version called Slay the Streamer, where instead of playing the normal game, where I'm just fighting against monsters, you guys will have choice of certain monsters. You will have choice of certain attacks from the monsters, I believe. And you'll also try and mess me up. When I'm building my deck, you guys can actually vote for what card goes in my deck, and you can try and put bad cards in my deck so that it messes me up. So you don't even have to know how to play the game. Actually, it's better if you don't, because then you'll make worse decisions. And then also, like, certain monsters will be named after people in the chat, and then if a monster is named after you, like, Zaya and I tested it out extensively last night. Yes, it is. Zaya and I tested it out extensively last night, and there were a lot of glitches, so I'm glad that we did. That's why you probably saw me go live like 2 or 3 times last night, because we were just testing it out. And we got it all working. The only thing is, I found one glitch that we have to do something special for. When you open up a treasure chest, which only happens every once in a while, like very infrequently. I think there's like 3 treasure chests or 4 treasure chests the whole game. I just have to switch to the regular game, because you can actually play the same save file in the modded version and the regular game. So I just have to go into the regular game real quick, open the treasure chest in the regular game, and then go back to the modded version. Because we found out that if I open the treasure chest in the modded version, I might end up getting multiples of items, glitching out the game, and then corrupting the save file. So you don't have to worry about that part. That's all on me. But I'm actually going to set up like 2 sources, 1 for each game, and then if we get to a treasure chest, before I even go in the room, I'm just going to shut the game down real quick, open it up in the other version, open the treasure chest, and then we'll go back to the whole voting thing. But yeah, so that will be really fun. We tried it out, and Zaya was already loving it. Zaya had like I think it was a slime or something named after them, and then they were like, Nya! And like a text bubble pops up and it says, Nya! So when a character is named after you, everything you say in the chat for that fight will show up on the screen. Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be like something that, what I like about that is you don't have to get on mic to participate, you don't have to own the game to participate, you just have to already be watching, which is what you guys are already doing. So I thought that was a nice thing for people who couldn't participate in like the Fall Guys stream to do the Slay the Streamer portion. I'm eating a sandwich, by the way, and I should eat it faster because the bread's getting a little stale sitting out. But yeah, so that'll be next week. And if we have any more time, if I have any energy at the end, I will play Sheltered Stasis. which Sheltered is another game that I love. I clocked like 100 hours on that game a couple years ago. If you know Fallout Shelter, it's very similar, but better. It's like that. You're a family in a bunker after the apocalypse, and you're trying to survive and possibly thrive. And you can recruit members, you can go exploring, all kinds of fun stuff. And Sheltered Stasis is a free update that they did that basically, like, adds an entire second game to the game. Like, I'm surprised they didn't charge for it. And I haven't even tried it yet, but I've seen tons of it. They updated a whole bunch of art, they added new modes, they added new features, so I'd love to try it out. So that will be if we have extra time. If not, it'll be for another stream. Okay, alright, we're fighting bandits. But yeah, so that'll be for my birthday. We'll take a break from this and we'll do that other fun stuff and we'll have a good time. So definitely carve some time out. It'll probably be from like 12:30 EST to like 5 or 6 PM EST. Think similar to the final Shining in the Darkness stream that was long as hell. Even though I promised I would never do a long stream like that again. As you pass by Coltson's shrine, he makes mention to you of a great book of knowledge. Such knowledge would surely aid you in your quest. So if you don't know on the site, King Coltson III, he died, he was assassinated, he was poisoned. It was actually a huge plot on Neopets that you could, like, figure out a whodunit plot. The last Shining stream was a near-death experience. You're right, because I felt nearly dead when it was over. Oh, it's too quiet? I'll fix it. Is that better? I have a preference of, like, really quiet game music, so I know some other people, not the same for them. Oh, fuck. I keep scrolling like crazy. Okay. So they built a shrine to him, this obelisk here, and on the website every day you can go, I think it's every 12 hours actually, you can go pray to Coltson's shrine, and sometimes you'll find like a muffin in the sand, or money, or like your pet will get smarter. King Coltson was an ancient wise king of Sekhmet until his untimely death a few years back. Though he's no longer full of life, he's full of advice. Beware false friends. How very odd. Find the Amulet Shard? Follow the arrows to the Amulet Shard before you run out of turns. If you can find the Amulet Shard before you run out of turns, it will appear in your inventory. Well, that was easy. Okay, so I can take the shards and I can build an amulet. Peofin Magical Medallion Shard. Cool. This sandwich is good. The sailors need to worship at the Desert Guardian for safe passage, but there's a violent Pepet skulking around. They ask you to chase it off. Okay, where? I guess here. Oh, it's so violent and evil. Look at it. It's so scary. I don't think this should be in a kid's game. Oh, shit. Ugh. My nose is a little runny. Yeah, it like came out of the wound, like ready to like stab people. Okay, I finished my sandwich. So there'll be much less chewing and hitting the mic with sandwich paper. Yeah, there was a sandwich here. Now it's in my stomach. You know, the sandwich will always live on within our hearts. Thank you! My mom took the plate. Which was nice. Okay, have fun! I will remember the sandwich in my darkest moments, Spree says. Can we get fan art of the sandwich? Let's do this! Forget me! The sandwich has held us all up during these tough times. Okay, but honestly though, who else has like had like really bad days lately because of the pandemic and like all of these things and is like eating a lot more food? Like and like treating myself with DoorDash is like the biggest thing lately. Like forget impulse purchasing retail items. Impulse purchasing food is awesome. Aw, thank you for rubbing my head. My mom came by and gave me some head pats and head scritches. You chase away the Fangy, allowing the sailors to return to the Desert Guardian. It would just be sailors with no apostrophe. They thank you with some of their offering. Okay. I felt bad for people the other day because so my mom is like in some groups for small business like owners because she owns a small business and it's like small business owners in the area, and there's also some people who do other things like gig jobs, such as Lyft or DoorDash or whatever. Different advice if they need advice getting started. Talk to other people who do that. And so at like 7 o'clock, you know, like dinner time, suddenly this message goes out like, if you're ordering DoorDash or if you're trying to DoorDash, the servers went down, everything stopped, the app doesn't work. And I felt horrible because like people can't even like go and deliver the food. I mean, you could go and deliver the food to the person anyway, but like you're supposed to use like the DoorDash app as your GPS, like just like Lyft or like Uber or whatever. So you might not even get credited for delivering it. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. But I just felt like it was a bad deal for everyone involved. Cause like there were probably people who ordered like 5 minutes before that and then had that happen. Yay! Okay, I got another shard. Well, let's go up here. There's something up here. It's a 1 in a million chance, but you figure the book described to you by King Coltson could maybe be here in the marketplace. What luck! You find the strange book that King Coltson mentioned, in possibly the shadiest looking stand at the markets. Of course, that's always how it works. Okay. I have of Treasures Lost Volume 1 and of Treasures Lost Volume 6. This book seems to be one of a series, with each promising to reveal the secrets of a great and wondrous treasure that makes its bearer quite powerful indeed. This book appears to tell a tale of the Life Giver. A Theopin magical amulet. Okay, so we're building the amulet, and then who's the Life Giver? That's the real question. Does the amulet have to do with the Life Giver? Probably. Oh, we gotta find another shard for the Volume 6 book. Yay, I did it. I'm pretty good at these games. They're not that hard. Okay, Life Giver Shard. Okay, what? Ooh, Cobra! He's an angry Cobra! We're gonna catch him. Challenge the wild Cobra. I'm angry. Because I'm a snake. Actually, snakes are not that angry. They're actually, baby noodles. Oh, I should probably actually do the catchy thing. Snakes can have a little anger, as a treat. Oh shit. This snake is smart, actually. Not good. Okay. No! Oh, how did he get more points at the last minute? Oh, now I can't get the Snakey. Aw, Snakey gone. He go bye-bye. I have 2 out of 5 shards needed for the amulet. Damn. Alright. Guess I gotta keep looking. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, are we? Okay, there we go. We were frozen for a second. These aren't really that hard. Alright. Ooh, Pocky. Do I have a Pocky? Do I have a Pocky? One thing I don't like is that the screen scrolls on its own. I wish it would just let me scroll with the arrow keys. Or like with the scroll wheel. That would be fine. I'm gonna catch him. Watch this. Whip and whip. There it is. I'm just so powerful. I can't help it. It's hard being this amazing. Okay, what does the Pocky do? Pocky. Triple points from yellow gems for 5 turns. Affects enemy and friendly alike. Well, I don't want it to affect enemy and friendly alike. I want it to just affect me. Nothing else. Ooh, cute little baby. Look at him. Look at his sassy little face. He doesn't know if he's a bird or a squirrel or a what. He just doesn't know. I can't use that yet. Okay, it's fine. No, don't buff your score, you shitty little creature. Ready? Here it is. Here it comes. Boop. And boop. There it is. You're mine now. Get into Pokeball. I have an itch in my ear. Ew. You do not want to know what just came out of my ear. That's gross. I have drawn sandwich fan art. Have you now? You should share it in the Discord. I was mostly kidding, but I would love to see it. Oh my god. I love this. I will share it right now with everyone. Boop. That's it. That's the OTP. Me and Sandwich. God, you gotta love it. Just keep that right down there. Just keep that right down there for the whole stream. Okay. What am I doing now? I got distracted by the sandwich. Kantari is pleased with your results. He is heading to the High Gebmid to collect Hoban and asks that you accompany him. Okay. I will do that. The High Gebmid. High Gebmid.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. The captain's having a few problems getting started on repairs to the Gaze's hull. Mainly because he simply doesn't give a shit. I believe they were the last thing I was going to bring aboard, but because we left in such a hurry.
It's alright, Orin. Do you know where I could find some new tools for him, though? Kantari?
I believe that there may be a small market just near the oasis. Perhaps you could find someone to barter with there?
I'll do my best. Doing the high-pitched voice really hurts my vocal cords. But I must! I must for the meme! Oh, that's cute. I think that's a Felarina? Or something like that? Little bow tie animal down here. You can see the seam where the map continues. Wait, bring it back. Bring it back. Right there. Right there. Oh my god. And now it's gone? And, wait for it. Wait. Where'd it go? Oh, I see it blipping into existence. I do see it. Oh, right there. You find a tradesman who's willing to trade a few tools for your help in getting rid of a fire Draconac that seems to have taken a liking to his tent. Okay. No thank you. Man, these bots have really gotten pretty shitty lately. What do you say? They're not even trying with their usernames anymore either. Don't click the link, I'm pretty sure it's a virus. It's like, do you want to be famous? And I'm like, no, not really. Next question. There we go. Oh, I don't actually think I could capture this. That would be cool if I could, though. Could you imagine if you could just capture one of the bosses? And you just win the game. The tradesman thanks you for getting rid of the fire Draconac and agrees to send out a delivery of tools to the gaze. Perhaps you should continue on to search for anything that will help repair the gaze. Okay. Buy supplies. You use some of the Neopoints Orin gave you to purchase some equipment. The marketplace dealer will have them delivered to Captain Tuon. All this... Sorry, my brain stopped for a second. All this running around for components has made you tired and thirsty. What you need is some well-deserved rest and relaxation. The shining oasis isn't too far to the south. Where'd the Feepit go? There was a Feepit here. Now it's gone. As you relax by the water's edge, a stranger approaches. That's how he talks. Who are you? Well, Yes. And I just understand it completely as is normal. What? Why? How? And everyone around me is like, what the fuck is going on? This bad luck charm? You think this summoned those creatures? Yeah, idiot. I figured that out like 2 days ago. A fire fairy? Why would she know? Bree says, Ash, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. I can't wait to watch this later. Like, watch it back and be like, what is wrong with me? And you just see, like, poopy is slowly dripping down his leg. He's actually been shitting the whole time. I'm honestly not understanding anything that's being said by this damn Aisha. There's a fire fairy, she was sent to the tombs, some guy named Jin. Well, alright. I suppose if I have to, I'll have to if I want to get into Sekhmet. Oh, Remnock. I hardly knew ye. I was like, spit on my screen. Ew! It's the poopies! Rescue Aithne. Bree, you're like Irish, right? How do I pronounce this name? Ethne? How to pronounce? I'm gonna look it up. Ethne pronunciation. Oh, it's coming right up. Anya? Anya? What? Alright. Rescue Anya. That doesn't look like that at all. There's a th in there. There's a th in there. Remnock has sent you for aid in the form of Fire Fairy Anya. She has been trapped by an evil spirit of great power. Cool. I was so busy making fart noises, I really didn't actually read what Remnock said, so thank God it gave me a TLDR. Having an H in Irish means the letter before it means nothing. Okay, then why not just not put the letter there? Search for Anya. Anya? Are you in here? Anya? Not so loud, please. He'll hear you. Who will hear? Jin? Yes, please, you need to get me out of here. He has me trapped and... Alrighty. It be time. Whoa, that's a big board. It's time to duel, just like they did back in ancient Egypt. I also don't speak Irish. No, I mean, I didn't know if you spoke Irish, but I figured like if you live in Ireland, you might know like how the names are pronounced. I guess I'm making all kinds of assumptions. Oh, I'm forced to move up here? That's rude. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. Bree says, I mean, most people with super Irish names are old people from what I've seen. Oh. Alright. Learn new things every day. Alright. We need to do something about this. Well, was it Americanization? If people are doing less Irish names, or is it more of, what's the word? Anglicization. Like, British names. Because most American names are like British names. Oh, this might be a win for me. I'm really hoping so, because this guy's really difficult. Uh-oh. I think everyone is stealing from everyone, Bree says. That's fair. Yes! 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 Suck it! Suck it! Suck it! Don't even talk to me before I've had my morning Othello match. I can't even speak. I'm just so excited. Shit! Fuck! I'm screwed! Damn it. Actually, no. Put that back. Do this. Ooh, I'm scared. I just need to keep consistently getting more points than him. Right now, I do have control in that respect. And I'm trying not to use all my power-ups right away. Okay. Get rid of that. Okay, that's good. At least I've got that corner. We're gonna have to go all the way to the end for this one, unfortunately. I need to get that shockwave. Okay, shockwave. Shockwaves are going to be very pivotal right now. He's down to his last power-up, so all he's going to be able to do after he uses that power-up is just keep making moves. And if I can keep my points ahead of him, then and keep making combos and keep playing as I'm playing, then I will be okay. But it is very close right now. I don't feel comfortable with how good he's playing with the slight point difference that we have. Okay. Yes, it's a very large board, and we've only covered half of it. Things could change very quickly. Ooh, excellent. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten an excellent. Having this long blue row here is very important to keep that. Because that's going to help me take him out in the middle. I think the first time I played against this guy, it actually took me like 4 or 5 times to beat him. But I'm playing a lot better this time, so there still is a chance I can do it. Yeah, this is a good time to really decrease the points he's going to win for the next few turns. Okay, how do I want to do this? Diagonal? I should have protected this blue piece here. I thought about it. But thinking isn't doing. Oh, it is very close. It is still very close. I would not feel comfortable 5,000 points in the lead with this guy. Can I get that one there? That shockwave? I don't think there's a way to get it. Nope. Nope. Alright. I'll do this. There it is. See, there's so many tokens on the board, it's very unlikely that the shockwaves will do anything for me half the time. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's not bad. That's fine. Oh, God. Please, no. Okay. Oh, that didn't count as a shockwave? Gosh darn it. Oh, jeez. Okay, I've got the next shockwave, though. Nope. He's got it. Oh, I am very nervous. Whew. I got two choices and both of them suck. Oh, you fucking bastard. I gotta play this loud. This was his plan all along, to make me think I had the lead, and then to rake me over the coals. Oh! Yay! You rescued Alayna. Alayna. This probably isn't the best place to talk. Alright. Alayna, are you alright? A little rattled, yes. But I'll be fine thanks to you. Oh, it was nothing. I was just... Come on. We need to leave before he comes back. Oh, right. Good idea. Alayna, wait. Apparently Sekhmet is under siege by rock monsters. Yes, I know all that. So how do we get by the big one? Calciferous. Just take me to the bridge outside Sekhmet. I'll explain there. Okay. Alayna is insistent that you take her to the edge of Sekhmet. That I will do. Oh, wait. We'll do this first. She's like, what are you doing? I'm just digging in the sand. And then I go, perf! What the fuck? It's not there. Oh. Yep, there it is. Okay. Do I have enough life giver shards? Where's my life giver shards? Shards? Ooh, what's this? Just toddling along. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. I'm so good at this. Okay. Oh, I can build the life giver thing now. Alright, fuck you, Aina. We're going back to the, crafting zone. Highway to the crafting zone. Crafting zone. Oh, great. I gotta do this too? Remove groups of blocks to raise the temperature. Try to group as many flame blocks as possible because they cause a much higher increase. Okay. Aww. Well, that's a bummer. Can I try again? That was rough. There wasn't many possibilities. Alright. Alright, there we go. I did it that time. Right, now I got the life giver. What does the life giver do? Oh, it's already equipped. Add 5 to your score each turn? Oh, heck yeah! I dig it! I am digging it! Alright. Let's take Aina to Sekhmet. Speak to Aina. Alright, we're here. There are rock monsters all over the place. Yes, I know. You distract them while I try to find a way to defeat Calciferous. Wait, what? Oh, wonderful. Roar! Ah! Alright. Wait, I want to do this first. Forget that. Let's do this. Nailed it. I think I only need one more for the Amulet Shard medallion thingy. Okay.
Ooh.
I just remembered I still have the sandwich in the corner. The sandwich and me. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. It's so great. Here it is. Juma and ski staff. Whoop, there it is. After defeating the rock monster, you pause a while to grab your breath. As soon as you sit down on a nearby rock, Alayna approaches. Why are you stopping? There are plenty more rock monsters around. Hey, this is hard work. Well, while you were mucking about around here, I found someone who may know how to defeat Calciferous. An old hermit named Hanir says he knows of an item that can help defeat him. But we need to clear the rock monsters from his home and the monument he looks after before he'll help me. Help us. Of course. So, get to work. What, by myself? I'm a fairy. You don't think there are important things I need to do in the meantime? Like sit on a rock and look pretty? Well, all right. No, not all right. I would agree to it, though. I'm very much so a type of person who's like, oh, well, this sucks, but I guess there's no way around it. Even if there's clearly, like, the ability to say no. Oh, my shoulder is itchy. Hold on. Hey, that wasn't supposed to end my turn, but it did. I guess the game didn't intend that you were going to use the Juma to do a shockwave, but I was still supposed to be able to place a token after using the Juma. That's so strange. Stop it. Stop doing shockwaves. Stop. Just stop. I might have to redo this one. Mr. Rock Monster, I'm not feeling so good. Oh, he's kicking my ass. He's just kicking it.
Oh no! I don't feel good about this. Ah!
Stop. Stop making matches. No! Oh, I won. Cool. then it's fine. Fuck you, medium rock monster. The rock monster crumbles into a pile of inanimate pebbles, clearing the area. Cool. No more rock. Oh, defeat another rock monster. Oh, giant rock monster. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Whoop! There it is! Chroma says they'll need a rock monster medium when we're done with them. That's both the monument and household cleared of rock monsters. Nice work.
Well, that took long enough.
Hey!
Wait here. Anir won't want to speak to you.
But this isn't going as well as I hoped it would.
You're still here?
I was waiting for you! She told me to wait here!
Oh well. It's just as well. Anir wants you to head to the oasis to search for an amulet that can help you beat Calciferous.
What, by myself?
He says the bandits that were there stole it from him some time back. It's probably still in one of their tents.
He wants me to go, why me?
Because I'm far too busy and important to risk going there by myself. Well, are you going to go or not?
Ash, just say no. It sounds like I have to. No, you don't! I swear, sometimes I want to punch myself in the face. Ooh, lizard. Oh, he's so cute. And he's gonna be dead in a moment. Whoop! There it is! Gotta love it. Okay, so... what's here? What is here? What is over here? El Inabis Dock. Crafting shop. Ooh. Blade of Supernova. Select a token to flip it. It does not cause other flips. Remove a token. Remove a token. Remove tokens. Mega Carrot Blaster. Knock out a 3x3 grid. Desert Arrow Launcher. Blue Rookie Spear. Merctite Cord. Shreyu Grappling Hook. Sticky Quiggle Glove. Sticky Quiggle Shield. Arm Shield. Spiked Shield. Peanut Butter and Jam Shield. Balsa wood shield. Saphira shield. Jade shield of the Ogren. Golden Kasala shield. Sturdy battle shield. Quiggle helmet. Aldadorian battle helmet. Ooh, this is better. Glowing wood mask. Paper helmet. Oh, I can buy more books. Which one do I not own? I think I already own the Tale of Hoban. I own Tales of the Lost Desert, Cults and Saga, and Tale of Hoban and the Crucible Black and Company book. Okay, so it's just the treasure books that I need. Well, I'll leave that for later. Okay. I want to tame my new pets. Oh, and go to the Oasis. Where can I tame my pets? Oh, I can do this. These amulets are 100% worth building. Okay, so now I can build that amulet here. I think this one's not necessarily as good because it's the first of the amulets, but we'll see. Subtracts 5 from your enemy's score every turn. So instead of adding to your score, you could subtract from your enemy. That might be helpful for when I'm doing a particularly difficult boss. Yay! I did it. Okay, so now I've got that. Let me go to the Oasis. Oh, I wanted to train my pets. Isn't the functionality identical? No. Because if your opponent is particularly gaining a lot of points, you could decrease that. I don't know. To me, it feels different. I guess it's not really. You're making the difference between your points 5 either way, but if you're both particularly good players, maybe increasing your points is not helping, whereas decreasing their points could be the difference. I don't know. I suppose they are kind of the same. Maybe it's more of just for people who have different kind of brains mathematically. Prefer different things. Okay, Babyka, Pawkey. Nirana, Anubis. Pawkey, Anubis. Oh, what is this called? I just saw it the other day. I just saw it in a game. What is Snake Pet? I want to know the name now. I just saw it. All the pets. There's a snake pet. I just saw it in a game the other day and I was like, oh, that's what the pet is called. And I couldn't remember it in Puzzle Adventure. And now for the life of me, oh, all the pets list is not working. It's like not properly going back and forth. It's just showing me the same on every page. Lost Desert Pets. Now I need to know what it's called. I need to know. Looking like a snake-ass bitch. Wadget! It's called the Wadget. W-A-D-G... No, W-A-D-J... Wait. W-A-D-J-E-T. Yeah. It's a Wadget. And I was so happy that I finally remembered the name for it. Because I couldn't remember before. Okay, Wadget, Babyka. Wadget, Wadget. Babyka, Babyka. Okay, Geb, Kazariu. Geb, Geb. Kazariu, Nirana. Nirana, Nirana. Kazariu, Kazariu. Okay, I won. You're mine now, bitch. Okay, Flizzardo. This really is a puzzle adventure. You get to try so many different puzzles. Kazariu, Nirana. Kazariu, Kazariu. Geb, Anubis. Nirana, Nirana. Pawkeet, Geb. Pawkeet, Pawkeet. Babyka, Anubis. Geb, Babyka. Geb, Anubis. Wadget, Wadget. Babyka, Babyka. Anubis, Anubis. Geb, Geb. Yay! Bye, Bree. Have a good slee. Bree does a slee. Babyka, Pawkeet. Geb, whatever that is. Whatever this is, whatever this is. Wadget, Babyka. Wadget, Wadget. Nirana, Kazariu. Babyka, Babyka. It's called a Babyka because it's based off of the Mirka. And that's like, it's baby. Babyka. But Mirka doesn't have 3 tails! What? Kazariu, Nirana. Kazariu, Kazariu. I think it's Kaze-ryu, but who's counting? Not me. Geb, Pawkeet. Anubis, Anubis. Geb. Geb, Geb. Maybe Mirkas are like the crabs of Neopets? What does that mean? Do crabs lose tails as they get older? Oh, and it's not actually related? Yeah, aren't like lobsters and crabs like not related at all, but they have the pincers or whatever? Okay, so what do my new friends do? That's the real question. I guess I thought they would be at the bottom. Where are my new friends? Albat. Add 25% to your score for 5 turns. Well, that's not bad, but that's just the same as this. Yeah, I guess what you're saying is true. It really is kind of the same. It's just plus or minus. Select a held gem to shield it. Where's the other one? Pawkeet. Triple points from yellow gems. Chroma says, I am referring to carcinization, which is a phenomenon in which crabs have evolved multiple times from completely unrelated organisms. Lainey was talking about this with me. She's like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but basically she said to the effect of, she's like, I love how nature, was so proud of making crabs that it just was like, okay, how about another crab? And, like, created crabs from, like, another completely different being, like monkey become crab. And I was like, that's awesome. I feel like Lainey told me that, unless I read it on Twitter and I was just like, wow, this is a Lainey thing that she would say. She's really into biology. It's like one of her favorite things. She's always talking to me about like cool animal stuff. Meanwhile, I'm like, kitty go meow. Like that's my love of animals is very simple brain. Your eyes can't help but wander to the entrance of this enormous Gebmid. Local rumors say that it holds a huge amount of treasure. Okay, she's definitely brought it up a few times. Good. Thank God I'm remembering correctly. Roar! Ah! Alright, it's time to fight the shadowy evil. Yep, there it is. I love when that happens. Saving me a lot of time going through these battles. Excuse me. Okay, calciferous. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? It's like the only thing that's marked off. I wonder what a speedrun of this game looks like. Probably not much faster. Probably the only difference is they know what pets they want to do immediately, and they only could catch those pets. Because there's like, someone already compiled like a whole list of them, of course. So, I mean, you could easily just be like, I want this item, this pet, this, and, you know, I've spent a lot of time like grinding the pets. You know, you don't have to do that, but... I don't know, there's not much to this game, so I feel like looking up a guide is just making it less enjoyable. This feels like the kind of game to either be indistinguishable from normal gameplay or have the most incomprehensible tech. Yeah. I clicked the wrong square. You yell at the scarabug to move along. It slowly complies, flying off into the sunset along with its family. Oh, it has a family. How cute. While most of the bandits have begun to flee the desert back into the safety of anonymity in the city, a small number are still causing Remnock trouble around the oasis. Oh, good. Desert bandit. Sorry, I snapped my tankle in half. It's fine, I just put it back together. Yeah, they're little interlocking plastic pieces, so that's like their whole thing. You could like take different pieces from each color and make like a rainbow one, or make different color combinations, stuff like that. Make a smaller one, make a really huge one. Oh, I should have expected that, stupid idiot. Alright, well, I got that, so it's fine. And then I'll do this. And then I'll do this. And he's not very smart, so he'll do that, and then I'll do this, and then I'll win. Yay! I won. I did it. Mario time. The bandit hightails it out of there. You feel satisfied knowing that he won't be coming back near the oasis for a while. Yay. Okay, what now? Ooh, an echo. Where am I supposed to be? Oh, here? Maybe? I think this is a Triffin. There's so many thousands of pets. The desert guardian purrs out for you to stop and listen to its tale. You figure with everything else that's been going on, there can't be any harm in it. The desert guardian whispers directions to a rare and precious item. They lead you on towards the guardian's rest and a wooden box. Okay. Oh, I could have trained my pets here? I didn't have to go all the way back? Ah. There's nothing around the Guardian's Rest that matches the description you were given. Just as you are about to give up, you notice a small wooden box in a disused corner of the building. Oh, of course. Nothing good comes from opening boxes or rubbing lamps in this game. Okay, well, I've had enough of this, so... I've had enough of this dude throws dart at him. Chroma says, pranked by the sentient rock cat frowny face. That would be right. You open an ancient hidden box and it contains an ancient hidden evil. Luckily, it also contains a few treasures. Money! I do love money. Golden Kassalan shield? I don't care. Okay, I went to the oasis. What's the problem? Oh, I gotta go back here? A strange Neopet has been skulking around the streets lately. You've been asked to look into it by the local constabulatory, who are far too busy. This should be TOO. Do you think I could write to Capcom and get them to fix it and put out a patch? I mean, clearly the server that checks for authentication still works, so maybe they could push a patch. Did they even patch games back then? Like, Nowadays, there's like a day one patch for every game. But did they even patch games back in like, what was it, 2008 when they put this out or whatever? God, I have so many questions. We're too busy trying to take care of Calciferous and failing. Okay. Ooh, I get to go to Sekhmet now. Defeat Calciferous. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Whoa, look at him. He's got trees coming out of his shoulders. Oh, he already started with points, but I got rid of some of those points. This is going to be hard. Frozen? Oh, shit. How? How do you even... Oh my god! He covered the whole board. Was that supposed to happen? Calciferous knocks you back away from the gates. You'll have to find another way to do this or you'll never get into Sekhmet. Search the bandit tents around the oasis for the artifact. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be able to beat him the normal way. Okay. It's fine. He used a special ability that allows him to cover the board in a 5x5 pattern. Which, there's no way that you can beat that. So the whole point is you're not supposed to be able to beat him through the Othello. That's why it showed me the thing that says you're going to have to do this a different way. There were probably some playtesters that kept trying to beat him through Othello and were like, I can't do it! What the heck? So they put that message there. You reach up and unmask the stranger. It turns out it's a stranger. What were you expecting? What? What does that even mean? And that quest is just over? Okay. So there's gotta be something back here I'm supposed to be looking for. Because Hanir tells you how to defeat Calciferous through the use of an ancient artifact. It was recently stolen from its storage vault in the guardhouse. Oh, and there's something going on at the gaze, so I might as well check that out. It's gonna take 12 years for my character to park his fanny over here. Yeah, I don't really remember the plot after this very much. I don't remember, like, who's behind this or what's going on. It's all kind of fuzzy. So this is all... We're all figuring this out together at this point. Buy food and medical supplies. Okay. That's the equipment taken care of, but you feel like you should probably get some food and medical supplies with the last of the money that Orin gave you just to be safe. Cool. I will do that. Okay, there's gotta be something I'm supposed to be looking for. This artifact or something? It would be marked down, wouldn't it? Oh, maybe here? This is yellow. Any day now. Did I make it over here yet? Oh, here it comes. Oh, good times. Boop. As you begin to search through the tent, you hear the crack of someone stepping on something behind you. Of course. It's fine, I got it. Jumma, and then Skeeth Staff. There we go. Right. Are you going to tell me where the amulet you stole is? Oh, I don't remember what voice I gave him. Here, take it. It is only made out of rock anyway. It is not worth a thing. Now leave me alone. Isn't it enough you've already ruined my business? Business? You rob people. Well, it's sort of a business. Get out of here! Right, now let's hope this amulet gives me the edge I need against Calciferous. Desert Amulet of Protection. Excuse me. Alright, let's try this again. Do I actually have to put it on? I might have to put it on. In my inventory.
I might have to put it on. Here comes a special Neopet. Whee! A wee.
Did I put it on? Yes, I have it on now. Okay, what does it do? Negates Calciferous' slam ability. Okay. So now I'll actually be able to fight him for real. Yeah, here we go! Chroma says he looks like that one volcano from the one commercial. I don't know what commercial you mean. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. How is he doing so much better? Shit. Chroma says it's very old and honestly not that well known. Oh, okay. Oh, this is not good. He's got so many more points than me. He's got some kind of buff that allows him to gain points every turn. And my amulet that had me gaining points every turn doesn't work anymore because I'm wearing the other amulet that protects me from the slam ability that allows me to do this battle in the first place. Come on. I think this one's gonna be an L. I don't think I'm gonna win. But I'm already halfway through, so I might as well see it through. He's gaining like 30 points every turn just from existing. Yeah, I think I am. I think that's how I beat him before. Like, this is too far in the battle to even do anything. Yep, that's a loss. Alright, I'm gonna try and swap my shield out for the Kassalan shield, I think. Maybe. Okay. You'll have to find another way to do this or you'll never get back in this segment. Okay, cool. That's fine. Actually, I don't really have anything that can help me.
Cool! I'm just pumped!
Okay, so let me do the buy more supplies quest thing so I can get some money. Money.
Money! Money, please.
You buy some supplies, some food and medical supplies. However, you can't rely on them being sent to the gaze as they may spoil. You'll need to deliver these yourself. Well, what's the difference? Whether I deliver them or someone else delivers them, they still could spoil in the sun. Alright, whatever. Maybe the game means, like, there might be delays? Whereas, like, you'll run as fast as you can, but the delivery person may not? I don't know. Why is a penguin in the desert? What's up with that? Orin is thankful for the extra effort you went in order to keep the gaze supplied. Whoa!
I was given a tomato.
That's it? That's all I can do? Cool. I'm screwed. Good night, Glitch! Okay. Shop. I thought there was something here that might be useful. Hmm. Oh, I need this. Hmm. Things that make you go, hmm. I don't know. Well, I don't really want this, so... And... I'm not really using either of these. Okay, let me try and buy the helmet that I want. And I'll sell the Mincy helmet. Hmst. Hmst is correct. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm hoping I get lucky, honestly. But yeah, my best bet is to get really lucky and make it so that he has no tokens. Come on, come on. Shockwave, shockwave, shockwave. Yes! Suck it, Calciferous. You're dead now. Rip Grandma, you're dead now. Nothing can hurt you. You're dead now. Rip Grandma. That was a huge amount of luck. Calciferous gives a great rumbling roar before, with a tremor that shakes the ground under your feet, he collapses into a pile of shattered rubble. Whew, that was tough. Yes, finally! I can get into Sakmet now. You need to get into Sakmet? So long! Oh, so long? I can't help but feel a little bit used. As you step away from the fallen Calciferous, the amulet you used to beat him turns to sand. So much for that. The city gates beckon. New map! Oh, the gaze is here now. Alright. I didn't even tell them that I was coming into the city. Alright, let's go up to the palace. As you approach the palace entrance, you see a familiar figure up ahead. Alayna? What are you doing here? I'm trying to explain to this guard just how urgently I need to speak to Princess Amira, but he won't listen. Not even when I told him how I defeated Calciferous. You didn't...
Alright, you two, enough bickering. I've had about 50 Neopets come by this afternoon, and all of them have been trying to claim the reward for beating Calciferous. But I don't want to hear it. Get me some proof, for there's no way I'm letting you anywhere near the princess.
Great. Oh, I don't have any proof. Maybe the proof is here? Maybe, like, there's the dead body. As you take in the sights of Sakmet, you spat Remnock, waving you over to him. Remnock? Well, the flying ship I arrived on, the Kyodrake's Gaze, was forced to land for repairs out in the desert. I've been looking for supplies, but... Wow, thanks! Chroma says, so no one was watching the massive rock golem that was terrorizing the city? I feel like there had to be witnesses. The guards won't let you in to see the princess until you've proven that it was you who defeated Calciferus. Return to the gates where Calciferus was defeated and collect the stone remains to prove to the guards that Calciferus is well and truly dusted. Oh, I already did that. I did that. I did that part. I talked to Remnock. Maybe there's still something else I have to do. The marketplace dealer would like you to collect the wax remains of the worship candles from the Guardian's temple. He melts it down to make fresh candles for the temple. Okay, cool. Anything else? Anything else? Does anyone else want anything from me? Nope. Cool. I guess I'll just go suck it. How do I get out of here? Oh, enter the Lost Desert. Search for Calciferous remains. Oh, great! The bandits have come out of the woodwork to grab some Calciferous parts, too.
I'm a squirrel.
Oh, that squirrel's angry. Okay. As the bandit darts away, you gather up a few pieces of the stone from Calciferous. This stone should be enough proof for the palace guards. Okay, I need to go to the Guardian's temple. Before you can enter the temple, a fierce pet attacks you. Of course it does.
Oh, it looks so fierce. Look at him with his little arms and his little happy face.
This is just recompense from a dual corn that I stole the horn from earlier. Although, to be fair, those horns naturally shed off. Supposedly that's what the story said. Kind of like how snakes just kind of lose their skin. Alright, there we go. Finally. You have obtained the wax remains of the candles for the marketplace dealer. So now we're going to go back and we're going to give it to the marketplace dealer. Gotta walk all the way back to the dang castle. Blah, 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 blah. Getting tired of this super long walk, so thank God we're in Sackmet now. Enter the city of Sackmet. And now we will go to the paintbrush guy and we'll talk to him first. You have delivered the wax to the dealer, who thanks you for your goodwill with a few coins. Alright. Show the calciferous stone.
And do you really think you'd stop me? I'll get into the palace and... I don't think so. Not past a few hundred guards. Why you?
Sorry to interrupt, but I brought some proof that I beat Calciferous.
What? Really? Let me see. This does look like the same volcanic stone Calciferous was made of. All right then, follow me. I'm coming as well. I helped. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I guess she did.
All right, follow me. The both of you.
Yeah, Aina's kind of a jerk.
My name's Nebbit, incidentally, and I'm sorry for being so nervous about letting you in. Even though Calciferous is gone, we're still on alert here at the moment.
Why is that?
Well, we heard rumors that somebody's going to be trying to kidnap Princess Amira. The rumor even said that the attempt would be made this very day.
Wait, did you just hear a scream?
Oh no, Princess Amira. Come on, we need to track the kidnapper down before he can get away.
Who do you think it is? Let's search the palace. Follow the arrows to the princess before she runs out of time. The kidnappers are making off with Princess Amira. You need to find her before they can escape. Wow. That wasn't very hard at all. You find the kidnapper just in time. The guards immediately put him under arrest, while Princess Amira steps forward to speak to Nebbit. Step forth and speak to Princess Amira. Speak to Amira.
Yes, Your Highness? You have the thanks of the city, friend, for defeating Calciferous. And now you have my thanks for saving me as well.
Oh, thank you. It was nothing, really.
Nonsense. It seems that I owe you the reward on offer for defeating Calciferous to begin with. But as for saving me now, it seems I'm in your debt. Hey! Without me, Calciferous wouldn't have been defeated. Oh, it's you again. How many times do I have to tell you? The Sackmet catacombs are sealed for a reason. Nobody is allowed to enter.
You owe our friend here. You said so yourself, and what he wants is to get into the catacombs as well.
Is this true?
Well, yes.
Why? Those catacombs are dangerous. What could be so important that you'd risk your life?
I arrived here from Shenku not too long ago. The city was as good as destroyed by rock monsters. We think it has something to do with the amulet I have, and there may be another in the catacombs.
The city came under siege so they could get to an amulet? Then I suppose I have no choice but to let you try and get to it first.
I'd best bring our ship's navigator along. He knows more about them than I do.
Very well. I shall have him sent for, and the catacombs will be opened for you and your friends. But be careful. As I said, those catacombs are sealed for a reason. Yay! We got Staff of the Earth Fairy and 5,000 Neopoints. Alrighty. So, trying to decide if we're going to continue on this path or if we're going to take a break and we're going to call it quits and we'll come back to this in 2 weeks and we'll figure out what secrets lie in the catacombs. Because it is going to be dinner time. And I am very hungry. We'll go a little bit more. Like 10 or 15 more minutes. The Princess's Princess. Princess Amira's Tygar, funnily enough called Princess, has fled the kidnappers. She is deeply distraught and would like you to find her. Palace Perils. The princess is being pursued by a suitor. Unfortunately, he doesn't appear to be completely alive. Many of the residents of the recently opened tombs have started walking once more. That's normal. That's good and normal. Ooh, the Sakmet Armory. Shield of Revenge, Sturdy Battle Shield, Battle Fairy Shield, Wooden Practice Shield, Psy Bunny Shield. What's this? Ice Shield, Cherry Jelly Shield, Warrior's Rectangle Shield, Gellert Helm, Accelerator Helm, Mohawk Helmet, Fire Rock Helmet, Mad Hat, Kyrie Battle Helmet, Desert Headdress. Well, that's just the equivalent of the paper helmet. Wait a second, this is only 5,000. I paid 10,000 for the paper helmet. Wait, no, the paper helmet is when it is 50, isn't it? Absorbs 10% of the score damage you receive when it is 50 or more. Oh, this is way better. This is all the time. Absolutely, I'm going to buy it. And then I'm going to sell that other stupid helmet. It doesn't even matter anymore. And what does this do? Oh, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. Oh, I want the Life Giver. Cool. Oh, I am gonna be absolutely amazing now at Othello. Let's see. Shop. Pion. Kristocat. Geb. Wadget. Anubis. Horus, Erisim, Scamander. None of these are that good. Ayo. A Florange. I still don't know how to really do the cooking. I don't know if I should be trying to do the cooking. I don't know if it matters. Cheek Plunger, Chili Chucks, Laugh Grenade, Double Pointed Spear. I already have the Regal Skeeth Staff, the Immense Rubber Axe of Doom. Doom, 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 doom. This is the Regal Skeeth Staff, and it also does damage. Oh my god, we need to get this. And then get rid of the Regal Skeeth Staff. Let's swap this out for the axe. Oh, what happened to my other... Oh, my ice ray bracelet is there. Okay, cool. Make sure there's not anything else I want. Mincy Slipnana. Kyrie Shocker. Striped Norbu Lance. Blue Sticky Hand. I like the Mincy Slipnana.
Bucket of mud. Okay, cool. I'm very happy with this. Pottery tents. Okay. What now? What now? What now? Oh, these must be the catacombs. Right, right. Whoa. That's a lot of it's a lot of catacombs. I totally forgot about this. Okay, let's figure out where the princess's pet is. Do I have to go back out to the desert? Just making sure. Just making sure. No, I think the pet is probably in the catacombs. And I just gotta go out there and look for it. Or go in there and look for it. Not seeing anything else that I can click on, so yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Woo!
Wait for Hoban.
Oh, what's taking so long? Do we really need to wait for this? Hoban?
He's the one who told me where to find this next amulet. With him here, we might be able to figure out just what they do, and why someone wants them so badly.
Oh, I should have known. You're the one who got me dragged into this.
Sorry, Hoban, but I need your... Wait, you brought everyone?
Ha! We wanted to come along. Didn't think we'd let the two of you into these crypts alone, did you?
Yes, you've done too much to help us for that, my friend. We have your back.
Not to mention that if there's a chance finding this amulet can help Shenku, we have to take it.
Come on, come on. This is very touching, but we need to get a move on.
Okay. Call to Princess. You hear Princess in another room being harassed by a desert sklide. Grave robbing is a group bonding experience. True friends rob graves together. Yay! You've defeated the desert sklide. Princess seems to be okay, but would probably be better back with her princess. We don't even get to see what kind of pet it is. Deliver princess to the princess. The princess is thankful for what you've done for her. No reward? Really? You suck. Defeat suitor.
Bone Rookie? Oh, good. It's spooky.
Oh, they did say it was a Tygar. That's right.
Little kitty cat.
Making a lot of weird shapes with these matches. Okay. You defeat the Bone Rookie. It crumbles away into nothing. Oh, it's embarrassed. Okay. Here we go, entering the tombs. You hold your breath, and nothing happens. You feel a little better, but are a little uneasy about continuing. Stop and listen. You could swear you hear a faint, ghostly moaning. I can't believe rookies have both exo and endoskeletons, Chroma says. Yup. Neopets is strange. Wait until you see transparent pets. They are something. You find a small Sutek wandering the halls of the tombs. It looks up at you, lost and confused. Mumia? Peer into the darkness. Out of the imposing gloom shuffles a large, ragged figure that lets out a long, ghostly moan. Oh god. It's the mom! Transparent pets? Oh yeah, they're real. Real fugly. The Sutek lets out one last groan and collapses to the ground in a big pile of old bandages.
What the heck was that thing?
I think I get why the catacombs have been sealed up if these things are lurking down here.
So now what? I think we should split up.
What? Are you crazy? Who knows how deep these catacombs go? Or how far? Well, I mean, hypothetically, if I was playing a video game, I would know how deep these catacombs go and how far. I would have that knowledge, and I would be able to tell you that they're not that big. You know, hypothetically. If we split up, we might have a chance of actually finding this thing. I don't know.
She's right. Our chances get better if we go in different directions.
But what if we get into trouble?
Ha! The way these echoes carry through these tunnels, we'll be able to hear any shout for help easily.
Well, okay.
Right, it's settled. Your crew can figure out their own groups, but I'm sticking with you.
All right, let's push on then. You deliver the pet to its mummy, and even though you have returned the Sutek, it looks like you're getting the blame for it wandering away. Oh, I already fought the Sutek, didn't I? Damn it, now I gotta fight another Sutek! No! This sucks. Oh, God. Oh, well that was fast. Nice. 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 I can't do the pop with my mouth. Nice. You were able to get away from the angry Sutek. You decide to leave them alone. Okay, where next? Where next? Where next? Over here? Okay, cool. Ooh, a Mazu. Walk in warily. You immediately get chills stepping into this room. Oh shit. What's that? What's that? Look out. You step out of the way just in time to avoid being barreled into by some sort of bone creature. You know what? I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. We'll see. I'll find a place that I think we can stop. Gonna do my patented Juma axe move. Your opponent clatters to the ground in an inanimate pile of bones. Now you can continue on. Oh, what's this? Oh. I guess we'll have to enter warily. The chamber seems exceptionally ornate, but very eerie, even more so, as a figure emerges from the darkness.
Who dares to disturb the guardian of the ward?
Yikes, what the? Who are you?
I am the guardian of the ward, and you should not be here.
I can sense that you are a guardian of another. The ward? The medallion I'm carrying? It's a ward? Yes, and you should know better than to bring it so near to another. I don't understand. What are they wards against? Enough talking! He must have the other ward on him. You need to get it. But... a fairy? Why would you bring a fairy here? Traitor, you must pay. Mahut! Oh, he's not happy. Yeah, it's maybe seeming like something's a little bit wrong with Alayna. Like maybe she's not so nice of a person. Maybe like you know, she's up to something. She's not supposed to be in the catacombs. Amira didn't want her here. Mahut doesn't want her here. She says get the amulets, but if you put the two amulets together, it's bad. I don't know. Doesn't seem so good. Chroma says, what? Nah, everything is good and fine. I'm sorry. What? Are you looking at what's happening right now? I am fighting a mutant desert elephante. This is not good and fine. This is definitely a case of the Mondays. Mahut collapses to the ground, defeated. But before you can approach him, Alayna snatches the ward away from him. Oh my god, who could have predicted? What the? Alayna, what are you doing? Fool! Did you really think a fairy would get trapped by a mere spirit? I don't understand. It was all a ruse. My master tried to get into Sekhmet's catacombs to get this ward by force. But when Calciferous could not bring down its gates, he sent me to be rescued. It was you who defeated Calciferous and got the city's gates to open to me, just as it was you that convinced the princess to allow us to enter the catacombs. And now you've even defeated the ward's guardian for me. Ha! How naive you are. You were using me to get the ward. Why? I'm afraid that's something you'll never find out. Alayna bursts into an aura of fierce flames before blasting towards you at high speed. This is going to hurt. Okay, here we go. Great, she shielded her tokens. You can use the axe 3 times. It's a better weapon. Motherfucker. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Kept trying to corner her. That was my last chance to corner her, by the way. She should have made a better move so that I wouldn't have been able to defeat her there. Ha! A fine attempt. I'm almost impressed. But with the flame ward in my hands, there was never any doubt. The flame ward? Don't you worry yourself about such matters. This is over. Now all that remains is to get these 2 wards back to my master, and our plan will come to fruition. Not so fast, Alayna. Nuria! Curse you, how did you find me? You leave quite a trail of disgruntled and insulted people behind you. It wasn't difficult. Stop now. Give me the wards, and things will go much better for you. Ha! You dare to threaten me? Do you truly think you can defeat me while I hold the fire ward? Don't know about her alone, but I think together we might have a shot. Kentari, flank her.
With pleasure, Captain.
Ha! I'm almost tempted to stay here and show you how futile your attempt would be. But I don't have the time to waste with you fools. What? She vanished. Gather your friends. Alayna will be headed to Mystery Island, and we must be there to stop her. And so, when we heard the fighting, we got there as fast as we could. Looked like we made it just in time as well. Yeah, that was a close one. She seemed incredibly powerful, more than any fairy I've ever heard of. It was because of the fire ward she was holding. What are the wards? Noria, what was it? Oh, Noria was it. Yes, my name is Nuria, and the wards are ancient magical artifacts of evil intent. Though we fairies, for the most part, wish to watch over Neopia and nurture it, there are those who wish to cause it harm. It is they who, an age ago, created the fairy wards. Each amulet makes the bearer immune to a given type of magic, such as fire or water magic. Even worse, the wards channel the power of those who wield that kind of magic to the ward's holder. So, because you were nearby and Alayna was holding the fire ward, she was actually more powerful? I'm afraid so. I would have been powerless against her. What's worse is that the other wards have been disappearing. Alayna and the evil shaman, Turakapek, have tried to summon forth a creature of fire known as Moltenus once before. If they now have all the wards, there is a chance they may be able to do it.
Land ho, Mystery Island dead ahead.
And we will venture through Mystery Island next stream. Oh, this is exciting. This is heating up. This is the last leg of the game. You go to 3 lands, Shenku, Mystery Island, and Lost Desert. So this is like the last land that we visit. We're now learning who wanted these amulets, what's going on. Alayna and Turakapek, who we haven't met yet, are trying to summon Moltenus, who is this big, evil fire and lava beast that kind of looks almost like a Scorchio in the sky. And they want to basically destroy the world. So once we stop them and we destroy these amulets, then we can, save Shenku and the Lost Desert and everyone else. So yeah, that's exciting. So like I said, next week Probably around 12 or 12:30 we'll be getting started. We'll be starting with Fall Guys, we'll be moving on to Slay the Streamer, and if we have time, we will do Sheltered Stasis. It's not a promise, but if we have time, we will do Sheltered Stasis. The two main ones that I will be planning on doing, though, is Fall Guys and Slay the Streamer for sure, depending on how long I play those. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing this game. We are, I would say, about 2/3 of the way through. 2/3 of the way through. But there's still lots more to discover and lots more fun to have. But yeah, this is exciting. Again, most of this part I don't remember. It is coming back to me as we're playing it, but most of this part is like totally fuzzy to me. So I'm not sure how it ends and all of that. But I'm excited to find out with you. So next stream will be not this coming Friday, but most likely next Friday or next Thursday. Let me get you a date. Oh, that's January. How did that happen? The 11th, Friday the 11th, or Thursday the 10th. Most likely Friday the 11th. But thank you everyone so much for watching. If you liked the stream, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you hated the stream, it would kind of be cool if you still like, comment, and subscribed. Remember to smash that notification, get notified when I go live, and always, always love yourselves. If you haven't, you should definitely join the Discord. It's in the links of all of my videos on YouTube, and it's also in the links of my panels now. Check out my panels. Make sure to tell Zaya how much that you love them, because he worked very, very hard on it. All of them, I basically gave like vague ideas for like what I kind of wanted with like very few references, and Zaya like basically went into my brain and took out my vision and put it there and created it, which was amazing. He's very talented. I was so impressed. And I was like, this is my brand. Thank you. I was so excited when I saw everything finish. So please let them know how much you love what they've done, and follow me on YouTube and Discord and all that fun stuff. And I will see you all on Friday for my birthday. I'm going to be 24. That's very exciting. And you know what's funnier than 24? 25. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.